aguacate, solo come aguacate, es un perro vegano y no come carne, es el lomito, ya no come lomito.
Alright, we are live. What's up, everyone? Which is no one yet. So I'm just waiting for Jin, aka the Healing Junction, to join. And we will be answering your questions about detoxification. Oh, Richard made it. All about feeling good. Healing Junction is here. Yay! Okay, so we are officially live. Yo. Good to have y'all. I guess we'll wait to see if some people flow in. So, Jeanette. What's up, Ahmad? Yeah, so Jeanette, aka Jin, the Healing Junction, if you want to press join. Yeah, there you are. And we will be in this together. Alrighty. Yes, Ahmad, good to see you. Met Ahmad at the Canada Fruit Fest. Hey, Jin.
Hi, I'm here.
What's so funny?
Nothing. I was just jumping on the trampoline and having a great day so far, you know?
Oh, cool. Almost forgot about the call. No, I'm joking.
I don't know what happened. It took me a couple of minutes. Anyways, I just wanted to thank you, Kuba, because I know that you are reaching higher levels of health through raw food detoxification, fasting, juicing, using herbs and all that good stuff. And you're just making it fun, easy, and exciting for people. So thank you for letting me be a guest on your channel here.
Yeah, thank you, Jin.
And join in your mission.
Yeah, thank you for encouraging me all along the way and being there and doing the same stuff, the same regeneration, detox stuff. So I think we're on the same vibe when it comes to that stuff. I'm glad you appreciate me doing all those cleanses and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the raw food detox challenge that you created has been really helpful for me personally, because during the winter I was just eating a lot of cooked food. And, I still, a few weeks back, I still was doing all day fruit and then a cooked dinner, but I just needed this little bit of inspiration and motivation to come back on the full raw train, and your Facebook group has been helping me tremendously. So anyone who's joining in who isn't already a part of the group and who wants to embark on a raw food detox journey, please check out our Facebook group, what is it again? End of May, hashtag End of May Raw.
Yeah, that's it, End of May Raw. So what's cool about that is that you can jump in anytime until the end of May. So we started on the 18th, so it's about a 2-week challenge, but even if you're starting today or tomorrow, you could just jump on in until the end of May. So we're going raw, and me, just like Jin, same story. The winter I was using cooked foods more as a survival economic thing, without fruit being too appealing in the stores. And that's why I launched this challenge, also for myself. And I know that there's a lot of people who are on the same kind of journey who want to be raw, but it's difficult alone, especially when no one else in your family and your friends are doing it. That's why this outlet is really cool. We get to be here live, we get to be here together, we get to be on Facebook, and it's like we're not alone.
And I love your coaching style, Kuba. So anyone who's new, who hasn't met Kuba already, he's a regenerative healer trained with Dr. Robert Morris, just like myself. And, he's not about perfection. He's about meeting you where you're at. So if you need a little bit of cooked now and then, he's going to support you with that. And that's why we're here today, is just to offer you some care and support for your personal healing journey. Our goal is to offer any information that might support you. So, and then I know that you have, it's kind of like a slogan in a way, your health is your wealth. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you got into this? I know that you mentioned in one of your videos, I signed up for your free 7-day video series. just to help kind of transition off the cooked food. It's been such a blessing. So you mentioned on the most recent one, I think it's the final one that you received, that your father was sick with stomach cancer, and that's when you started really getting motivated. So can you explain a little bit more about how you jumped on this raw food diet and detox journey?
Okay, well, I'll try to keep the story short, but yeah, that's definitely what started it all. Kind of coincidentally, my sister showed me a book called The Crazy Sexy Diet, and it's actually not about being raw, but about being vegan and eating an alkaline diet. And my dad got sick around the same time, and I also got into Sadhguru, into like meditation at the same time. So it's kind of like the three pillars, I would say, that started my whole journey. Was like being aware of the vegan, alkaline diet, my dad being sick, and then getting into like actual meditation with Sadhguru. And I started like awakening to another level. So just watching my dad as I'm reading this book, suffering in the hospital with 4th stage stomach and esophagus cancer, I'm just seeing like how disconnected we are from our bodies and our food, and we have like no really understanding. We're just kind of helpless, like the doctors kind of decide our fate at that time. So that's when I started educating myself and realizing, oh, I have much more control over my health and my body and my well-being than I think. You know, before, like, life was just kind of more random, getting tired, not understanding why I'd be tired, and falling asleep in class. I would go get a muffin and a coffee at the break. I'd be like, this should energize me, and I'd be like more tired. I'm like, well, I can't. Like, and I would try to be healthy as an athlete, runner, so I couldn't understand. So that really awoke me. And then, like, as I'm learning, it was like within a few weeks that I got into the raw side of things. My brother showed me David Wolfe and a couple people, John Kohler. Next thing you know, I found Fully Raw Christina, Dr. Doug Graham, and all these people. And then one video, it was, I think his name is Kevin Cosmos from High Energy Parenting. He showed his journey from sickness to health and eating fruits and vegetables. And at the end of the video, he's just like swinging off a vine or something. And he's like so strong. He's like, fruits and vegetables. And I was like, fruits and vegetables. It clicked for me. I was like, that makes so much sense. Like, that's what's abundant in nature, you know? So
I saw you climbing some trees in some of your YouTube videos too. So I think your YouTube channel, just for anyone tuning in, thank you so much for being here with us. We're so excited for the opportunity to just share about regenerative healing using raw foods and herbs. And I think your YouTube is
Sustainability starts with
it.
Yes.
It's a long
Maybe you can give a little intro on yourself as well and tell people. You got a YouTube channel, the Heal Thyself Network, I believe.
I started a YouTube channel during this COVID just because, you know, I wanted to offer a way to share, because my normal job is I show up in health food stores and I just act as a resource center, just like yourself, Kuba. Like, you know, we've done a lot of research. We've spent a lot of time healing ourselves. So people really rely on people like us to just kind of make it easy for them, help make it simple. So when I didn't have the outlet to share at the health food stores, I thought, oh, okay, you know, I've been getting a clear sign from Spirit for a long time to start a YouTube channel. So, you know, like, since I had a car accident, it was like a near death, and that was in 2015, and I had a cervical spine injury that I healed naturally when I was prescribed like all kinds of painkillers, and was told that it would just get worse and worse, the whiplash and the
you were
injury.
15?
No, in 2015. The year 2015. Okay. Yeah, and then that's when I basically suffered for about 8 months of in like chronic pain before I was willing to make the necessary changes to heal myself. So that's when, you know, I was kind of like sending it out there, like, please show me how to heal. The medical system wasn't helping, you know. I didn't want to be an addict for the rest of my life using, you know, painkillers. I knew I would like them probably too much because I came from addiction as a teenager. So I had healed that, you know, and I didn't want to get back into that. So I discovered Dr. Robert Morse just naturally by just putting it out there like, okay, I'm ready to heal. Just like any of you who are tuning in today with us, here. You know, you might have put out into the universe that you want to heal, and that's why we're all connecting like this. You know, you get the answers. Like when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And also, long story short, with my own journey, my grandfather got sick a few years back, and he wasn't really willing to do what it takes to heal, even though I already had found the information and had a certain amount of healing that I achieved on myself, and he wasn't willing to do it. So it was really sad because, you know, he's my male role model in my life. And it was just a tragic loss. You know, I know he's still with me every day, but you know, like you and your relationship to your father, like, you know, that just kind of propelled us to want to offer this support to the public and just give as much as we can just from our hearts, you know. So anyone on the call today, if you have any questions for us here on this live, we would love to answer them. So please fire away. And thanks for asking about my journey, Kuba.
Yeah, so that means you got into it about 5 years ago.
Yeah, and I was raw for 2.5 years, and then, you know, I did a bit more of the emotional healing. I kind of, my journey morphed into more of like the inward emotional, like, you know, because during detox, you're detoxing a lot of deep seated, you know, traumas or negative emotions. So then I realized, oh, I gotta go sit in Vipassana, and they serve some cooked food. So, you know, you don't want to be too strict. You got to kind of choose where you're at with your healing journey, and you have to flow, and you have to accept the signs that you're being given by universe, because you are always being guided. And speaking of which, I wanted to ask you, like, do you have this theory, because I know you've done a lot of juicing and fasting, and I got into fasting too, like, do you share the same theory that the colon connects us to source energy and to that divine guidance, like having a clean colon and like moving bowels? Like, how do you feel about that?
I've never thought about it being like a, but that, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I know about it as being a second brain connected to our brain. And our brain is kind of like the essence of our human experience, because it's kind of like it has everything, the emotional, the physical, everything's connected. So that makes a lot of sense, because if you think about like the microbiome and how we're connected through all the little bacteria that we can't really see. That's why I'm all about like barefoot grounding and climbing trees and touching nature. So it's like beyond the food, and the living foods is just another component to that. So what you're saying makes sense, because I'm putting this living food in my body, which goes through my gut, which really helps my gut be clean and healthy. And through that, it's giving me all the living elements of nature and connecting me to Mother Earth. And through Mother Earth, I get connected to Spirit. So it's like it all works together. So I like how you put that. I'm going to actually think about that more.
Yeah, thank you so much. So basically, we're about 13 minutes into this call, guys, and we don't have too long with you today. Maybe stay for another like 30 minutes. We'll play it by ear, you know, see what we're called to do. But we have a question from Ahmed that I'd like to get to. It's a great question. Thank you so much, Ahmed, for being here and for your question. Please, anyone else with questions, fire away. We're focusing today on raw food detoxification and healing your body naturally. So, thoughts on fermented food?